Where we go, Richard?
Well, I think the Humphrey Deep, somewhere like that. And, you know, it's the 3rd of June. I'm full of cold. It's horrible and miserable outside. And I'm sure it was better in February.
I think you're right there.
Because Zoe said to me the other day,
Are you coming along?
what's that down here? I said, I looked like the other way green. And yeah.
Beak in the camera.
Oh, I thought that was wet. I said, no, I wet drink.
Hey, good morning.
Welcome back to another dive. It's the first time I've seen one of these in a while actually. This is a coma. Not common in Guernsey, they're from the Mediterranean. For the last couple of years I see these fish quite a lot now in Channel Islands. Not sure why, maybe a slight rise in the sea temperature, or maybe the fact it doesn't drop as cold as it normally does. So although you can't see Moley and he's not in shot at the moment, we're both just drifting in a southerly direction alongside of these reefs. There's a lot of stuff to look at on these reefs, but we've got to be quick because we're fairly deep, such as these pink sea fans. And I've noticed a few of them now are dying off. I think they might have something wrong with them, but basically they turn brown. Again, it's the same as our last dive, we see loads of these male spider crabs. A few females, but they're mostly male, clambering up onto the top of the rocks so they can get a bird's eye view and also filter feed as well and scavenge. Certainly built for the terrain with the long legs, they can get in between the soft corals. I know I've mentioned this before, but these pink sea fans get absolutely humongous in the Channel Islands, and also they're meant to grow in one dimension, parallel to the tide, but as you see with that one, it's all over the shop. It's because the tides in Guernsey travel in all sorts of different directions. So we're not doing too well on the scallop front. That's probably because we're up on the reef. We're looking through these little veiny parts of sand, as most divers probably do, getting funneled down into these areas. Don't know how Molly's doing, but I'm certainly not doing that well. You can just see in the background all the shadows that's getting cast from the reefs above us. We're not right at the bottom, it goes a lot deeper than this, it probably goes to about 45. We're on a plateau around about the mid-20s to late 20s. Again, I'm just looking up and down the reefs. I can actually see crayfish's tentacles up a lot higher, but for now I'm going to stay a bit deeper, a bit lower down. We might take a look up at them soon. Along with the pink sea fans, you also get these ones. These, even though this looks lilac, it's kind of white. You can get pink or white. These structures aren't one animal. It's almost like a block of flats. It's little polyps that grow on a calcium skeleton in a way, and some sort of worms. So many of them. They're so varied. I can't remember what they are. I think that's a feathered oster and another one. Not sure. If you know what they are, put them down. And I was mentioning about the ones that are dying off. Look here on the left. See, the structure's almost died. It's unfortunate you do get a few of these, but then again you'll get some that are absolutely amazing. If you knock these over with your fins, they do actually die. So we got to be careful. And also there's sometimes little animals that are the same colour that actually feed on it and kill off the polyps, but they don't kill the whole structure because they do actually grow back. See, now there's another leathery base to one of these sea fans, oscillating in the tide. Doesn't look like there's a lot of tide, but I'm actually trying to hold myself back into the tide to slow me down a little bit. Some black leopard spotted gobies underneath the rock here. Loads of these along here. Believe it or not, it's not actually that common to see any large congers around here. Matt apparently dropped down onto a free swimming one last week. Here we go, here's one. Not large, bit of a whip, hidden inside a crevice. Always cool to see. Didn't want to come out and see me though. Beauty about this sort of diving between reefs is you could just decide to take a right or a left or an up or a down or whatever. It really is a bit of luck really when you end up coming across creatures. Is that a wrasse hole? A female cuckoo wrasse. And someone's lost gear. It's a parlour pot. Looks like it's definitely lost. And there's Molly trying to sort it out. Yep, definitely lost. Should really send that up, but it takes too much of our air up. So let's go up and have a look at these crayfish. Notice about 1.5 meters, 2 meters off the seabed. They don't like it very silty, these. And some more sea worms of some sort. I can feel something lapping at my arm. And there's another one. Slightly smaller. Lost a bit of his tentacle. What do you call it? Tentacle? Tendril? Don't know. One of his antennae has gone missing. And this is probably the rest of the pots that's been lost. The irony is the thing that this was sent down to do, which is catch lobsters, now the lobster's using it as a home. It's creating it, it's making a safe space out of the rope. How nature does its own thing. It's about that time of the dive. We check our bottom time, so we've got 5 minutes until we go into deco. I also check my air. 170 bar, that's loads. I normally want to get back to the surface for about 120, so I can split the tank into 2 separate dives. You can see Molly. Just turn one of my lamps off, just so we can see him a bit better. This gives quite a good perspective of what these reefs are like. So this sandbank is actually quite steep, maybe 30 degrees. And I have decided to try and look for some more scallops. So I got my head down and having a look for some more. So As we start scrambling back up this sandbank, I'm starting to find them again. This is quite typical. They normally sit on the side of the bank and filter feed. Ooh, what's this? Let's pick up this scallop. So if you've probably noticed it by now, it's a large Dover sole that's just up against the reef. This would make a fantastic eating fish, and it's perfect size. Look at it. It's actually quite big, that. Very big, to be honest. Let's try and wake him up. I could just scoop this up and put it straight into a bag if I wanted to. I don't even need to stab into it. But this one's his lucky day. I normally take one of these probably once a month, and I've already taken mine for this month. Come on, wake up. He's just coming around now. He's thinking, what's going on? Coming out of a dream. And now he's awake. He's realised he's in danger, and he's going to quick swim off and go and find some sand to hide in. Lucky Dover sole today. And this one is a prime example of what they should look like. Probably about 550, 600 wide, but the perfect shape. And we still see more scallops, but they're just too small. There's no point taking them. This is a decent sized one. Yoink. That one was a prime example of it being almost 3D. We're almost working our way to the top of this reef now. We get to a plateau. Oh, check out this one. This one looks like there's a few layers to it. I must say this area isn't the best for scallops, albeit it's very scenic. But yeah, the scallops are very, very thin in this area. There's a cat shark trying to catch something on the way through, or scavenge on something on its way through. Just sitting across the tide. Looks like we got a bit of an obstacle here to get past. Nice and easy though, because I could just swim straight over the top. Won't be getting my line caught on this one. Doesn't look like it's been down very long. Look at it, it's like brand new. Can't see no pots on it. Anyway, we'll carry on. And now we're pretty much to the top. Oh, there's a pot. Yep, now we're at the top. This is the plateau area. I'm not even going to bother wasting my time looking around here. The tide for some reason sort of changed and it's now pulling me back the way I was going to go. So yeah, I think it's about time we went back to the surface. Yeah, I'm kind of laughing into my regulator. That's not many at all. But anyway, we had a cracking dive. Seen loads of wildlife there. Plenty of pink sea fans. I'd say other places, especially in the UK, these sea fans seem to be disappearing through damage. So Keeney just comes out the wheelhouse and says, I think we got something stuck in the back wheel. Do you want to have a little check? Looks like there is. It's a bit of flotsam that floats on the surface. It's a bit of fongweed. Basically, it's just wrapped around the shaft. Yeah, it will come off if you carry on motoring along for long durations, but while I'm there, why don't I just get underneath and try pulling it out? Be very careful here. Obviously Richard knows, and he's in the wheelhouse, that someone's under the boat and checking the propeller. So I'll quickly rip it out as fast as I can. And that's why the boat is going up and down in the tide and smashing me on the top of the head and the back of my tank. I think that would do. The rest of that will fall out. Let's get back on the boat.
Good dive, pretty dark. Dark and haunting. I didn't get that deep. You're on the reef. Yeah, I reckon we must have a couple. We've got to find them again.
And how was that for you, JP?
That was good. I don't think I've ever seen that many crayfish before. The whole reef was just covered in crayfish. Nice, decent sized oversole. I left it there.
A medium-sized oversole. Where is it?
I had to leave it there.
What you said was the biggest one you'd ever seen.
I did. Richard had the medium.
I know somebody who put his diving sack on one the other night. Big one.
Oh.
Size of a doormat, you reckon?
It was a good size. I tried all I could to
yeah, I thought Moley was going, then he was there, and I found him again, and I was like up the ridge, and you followed me. I turned around, you're gone. I was seeing a big oversole. Oh. And? It's a beastie.
And he left it.
I left it, yeah. I let it swim away. I saw a big spider. Can't get my
sack. The only thing I left Richard was a cannonball.
Yeah, well.
You left nothing but bubbles. 2 ink whales. There's 2 ink whales down there. Oh, I seen you trying to untangle ink whales. So, fair play to you.
I spent about 5 minutes.
30 metres.
I spent about 5 minutes trying to dig a flipping cannonball out of the sand and was like,
happy days, it's only June.
Yeah, we've still got the rest of the summer.
Yeah. When's the shortest day, Richard? When's the shortest day?
The shortest night's 21st of June. Yeah. So it's less than 3 weeks.
It's shit, man.
Is it astronomical?
How much wreck diving you done this year?
The normal house wreck.
I've actually done 8 wreck this year.
Cement wreck and ammo wreck, and that's it.
You done the Guernsey?
Oh, we done the Guernsey. I don't know about that one.
Done a wreck this year.
Yeah. Hey, you know, one day we'll get to Alderney. We might have to go on the plane, but we'll get there.
Yeah, would be good.
Happy days.
Now it's time we motored back up north again to come back down on the southern tide. This time we're going to look for another scuba diver's gear that we got lost. Not sure how true it is, but apparently a large octopus attacked him and he had to get rid of his gear. Yeah, not sure. Sounds like a good story, but I think it's probably more the fact that someone was meant to grab his gear on the boat and it just fell over. We'll have a look anyway. So the tide now is going pretty quickly in a southern direction, as you can tell by the seaweed. Not a massive amount of tide, but enough where you can turn around and swim against it. So we're doing this just to see if we can cover a lot of ground and see if we can find his gear. If we find it, we'll try and inflate it and send it back to the surface, or we'll just tie an SMB off to it, tie our reels into it. But it's like a needle in a haystack round here, so we're just gonna enjoy a drift dive, and if we see some scallops on the way through, we will pick them up. See some completely random items, and there you go. This is for Bish from Guernsey Fire and Rescue. That one's dedicated to you.
Throughout the dive gear. Fingers crossed. Right, let's have a look at the size of these crabs that Matt's got. You got crabs?
I got crabs.
Really bad infestation?
I can just about get it in my rig.
Oh yeah, that's a decent size one, that one. Nice and red as well.
Oh, can't get it out.
It won't come out. We'll get them wet as well. Spiky!
Won't come out.
Hey, coming. He doesn't want to
No,
come
he wants
out
to
now.
come back in. Oh, that's
That's a nice one.
Oh, look at that.
Get the claws on
Easy,
it.
eh?
So pass the gauge there, Mo. Just make sure it's in. Oh, Paul's got the gauge, look. The joys of northeasterly. It's coming over the front.
That's not a bad one as well.
No, no, good, yeah. Get the gauge on that one. Let's just see if it's in.
Hold on. Which one is
It's
it?
the big one.
It's the big one. Oh, it's that one, eh?
Yeah. Between the.
I think it might be.
In? Yeah,
I think it's sized.
it's almost double. Matt, you got a bird that's about to land on your head.
Not the first time I've heard that.
I can see right up his egg shoot. How are you going to cook them, Matt?
I'm not.
Oh,
The big ones for Paul. Yeah? That's what I got it for. Oh, I don't want it.
That's the good thing about being diver. You can choose which crab you want. It can be indiscriminate. Got to count up our scallops now before we get back. I've got a funny feeling I won't be counting for too long. I said I got a funny feeling I won't be counting for too long. There's mine. It's a token gesture. What's that, 3 or 4 crates today? Not bad for a Saturday. Need a windscreen wiper on it.
Thanks a lot for joining us on another dive, and I'll catch you on the next tide.